Let's settle this once and for all. If the Straw Hats pirate fight Blackbeard pirate right now, it wouldn't be even close. And no, before you yell at me in the comment, I'm not saying Luffy will win easily. I'm saying one crew would get absolutely destroyed. And I will explain why in the most disrespectful way possible. First off, Blackbeard's crew. They looks like they were recruited outside a prison cafeteria. And that's true. Burgess looks like a wrestler who has been eating nothing but protein powder and regrets. Shiryu, a Mihawk cosplayer who went rogue after Hot Topic stopped selling his favorite trench coat. And don't even get me started about Wolf. The man's biggest threat in battle is accidentally stepping on his own teammates. Meanwhile, the Straw Hats, half of them could be cover model for the Pirate Fashion magazine and the other half are just Luffy. But here's the thing, in the fight, style points means nothing. It's all about who got the power, the brain and the ability to cheat without looking like they are cheating. First, let's compare Captain versus Captain. Monkey D. Luffy versus Marshall D. Teach. First, Luffy, the man who fought Kaido, punched a celestial dragon and still somehow think meat is a personality trait. Now let's talk about Blackbeard, the man who stole Whitebeard's fruit, betrayed everyone he has ever worked with, and looks like a final boss of a buffet restaurant. On paper, Blackbeard should win. Two of the most powerful devil fruits in history, and a crew of walking devils, and a laugh that sounds like a chainsaw trying to start. But here's the thing, in a real fight, Teach's strategy is basically take the hit, laugh, hope my opponent gets tired before I die. That works against some people, but not against Luffy, who fights like a caffeinated gorilla with ADHD. Here's the spicy part. If Blackbeard's crew jump in the mid-fight, things change real fast. Because let's face it, while the Straw Hats are out here screaming about friendship, Blackbeard's crew is already stabbing someone in the back. Now let's talk about first mate versus first mate, means Zoro versus Shiryu. This is the clash every sword nerd on the internet dreams about. Zoro, the man who would rather die than lose, and someone looks like he is trying to do both at the same time. Shiryu, a man whose idea of sportsmanship is stab them before they know the fight is already started. Zoro has fought against Mihawk, King and Pika. Okay, maybe not Pika. That was more like a home demolition job than a fight. Shiryu, he fought prisoners, which is like bragging you won a chess game against a goldfish. Sure, Shiryu's invisibility is dangerous, but this is Zoro we are talking about. The man gets lost walking in a straight line. If Shiryu disappear, Zoro just going to assume he's still there and swinging anyway. And that's the worst part for Shiryu. Zoro doesn't do honorable duels anymore. He does once less and you are a YouTube salt. Means you are gone. Some fans will say, but invisibility beats swordsmanship. Yeah, tell me that to Monet. But wait, you can't. Season pieces. Now it's time for the cook versus wrestler. One will cook and the one will eat. Sanji, the man who kicks so hard his opponent forget what year it is. Burgess, the guy who looks like he was rejected from WWE for being too loud, too sweaty. Burgess is super strength. If super strength comes with zero cardio and brain made of mashed potatoes. And Sanji, he fought dinosaurs, cyborg, and one time he even fought his willpower to not simp, but lost. In one-on-one, Burgess throw a punch, Sanji dodge, light a cigarette mid-air, and send him flying so far he lands in Dressrosa again. Blackbeard's fan, I know you will say that Burgess has haki now. Yeah, you can't polish a turd. You just get a shiny turd. Now it's my favorite part. Sniper versus sniper. Usopp versus Van. Usopp, the man, the myth, the pathological liar turned god. One, the guy who looks like a spooky scarecrow but suits like a cheat code. On paper, Van wins this easily, faster shots, longer range, and zero hesitation to kill. But here's the thing, Usopp is the king of plot armor. If the bullet is about to hit him, something will happen. Maybe a bird flies by, maybe a rock fall, or maybe the bullet just decides it has better things to do. We know Van is stronger and he might be calm under pressure. But he's never had to deal with a guy who can convince him a sea monster is about to eat him while it's actually a balloon. Now let's talk about Nami and Catarina. Nami, the woman who can bankrupt a man faster than the world government can issue a bounty. And Catarina, the crescent moon hunter, which sounds cool until you realize it basically means crazy lady with a knife and a bad attitude. She is dangerous, she is shape-shifting, ruthless killer. Nami is also dangerous. In the way, your bank account is dangerous when you overdraft by $1. Now Blackbeard's fan will say, D1 is a killer while Nami is just a thief. Yeah, and somehow every time she's in trouble, someone way stronger comes running to save her. Maybe Sanji? This video is getting really long, and I don't think many viewers are still live watching this video at this stage. So I think I will cut it down and make a second part. So thank you. If you are still watching, please subscribe.